Hi, today I will show you how I would edit this photo, and that will include removing some distracting strands from this lovely face, frequency separation, and maybe some color correction, and applying some presets. Yeah, so let's get into it. I will start first with removing the distracting hair strands. So I will use this tool here, which is a new AI remove tool. So this is going to save me a lot of time, and it's going to fill whatever I draw with face, with skin. So that's beautiful, and it only takes a bit longer with the first stroke, I think, when it's analyzing the picture, but then everything else is super quick, so we can do it fast enough. So I'm going to first remove small strands, and then for the bigger ones I will try to use Generative tool, which I think will do a better job. But for smaller strands, I think this one is perfectly fine. So let's do this. And I am using a Wacom graphic tablet to draw. It allows me better precision than a trackpad or a mouse, because it's just like drawing with a pen. So I feel like I have more control over what I am doing. Okay, and now this and here. Okay, so let's see so far what we did. Yeah, you see, this is beautiful. This AI tool does a perfect job most of the time. So let's just speed up a bit. So before and after. Okay, so now we can work on removing imperfections, which we barely have any here. But I think this little shine on the nose can be a bit distracting. So I'm gonna remove it. And let's wait. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I think it looks a bit better, and maybe a bit more here. Just so there are no distractions, because sometimes those little shines can look like wet nose, and it doesn't look the best in the photos. So let's see. Okay, so another thing I wanted to do here before we continue, I wanted to make the girl more in the center, but I don't really want to cut or crop anymore. So I'm going to use Generative Expand. So let's do this. So this way she's more in the center. Okay, that's beautiful. So I don't really mind that the leg is cut off here. It looks good. Let's see what other options we have. I think I like the first one the best. Okay, so I'm going to put this, and now I can work on frequency separation. Sorry. Okay, so let's grab a brush. Okay, so first I'm going to copy my image twice, and then I'm going to call this one texture, and I'm going to call this one color. Now I can disable texture for now and work with the color. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to blur and use Gaussian blur, and we want to blur the image just enough to get all the skin texture out. So here we see this. I'm gonna be looking here we can see the skin texture, and here the skin texture starts to disappear and we only see the color. So that's the perfect spot. And now I can enable my texture one, go to image, and then apply image. So what I want to do, I want to apply where is this? Oh, sorry, I had that should be on subtract, and we want to apply the color, scale to offset 128, and now we just want to put it on linear light. So now if I merge these, oh sorry, not merge, if I group these and call them frequency separation, you can see that these two layers are identical. So let's work on the color layer, and for that we will need a tool called mixer brush, this one. Okay, so for the mixer brush to work well on what we want it to be not too wet, like very minimally wet, and with very minimal load and minimal flow. And I'm going to start painting on the colors, on the color layer, and at first you will not see very much, but as I work and as I disable this layer and show you what we've done, you will see the difference that we created. Okay, so for now it looks like it softened the skin a little bit, and that's exactly what we want. I don't want to make the skin look too fake, just a bit soft. I just want to blend these colors together so there's this smoothing effect on the skin. Now it's important to direct your brush in the direction of the skin. So for example, you don't want to go this way on the nose, right? You go downwards. Same here, you don't want to go like this on the nostril, you want to go how the skin folds, as you will. So just work it out and go slowly. It's better to make small short strokes a few times and then hard strokes multiple times. You know, you just want to kind of figure it out. Okay, so let's zoom out and see. Okay, I think like I could do a bit more on the forehead. I don't feel like I did enough, and also here. Okay, so let's try and lighten up the forehead a bit. Okay, and also go a bit on the hair. Okay, yeah, that's a bit better. And also here on the chin. beautiful. And little hands, they're so cute. Okay. And even though it's blurry, you can still kind of improve on it. Okay, beautiful. So we can work on hair. I sometimes like to add a bit more texture to the hair, so I would go to filter and I would do oil paint, and only looking at the hair I would choose the settings that make her very, very smooth and paintery. So let's see, and I don't really mind the effect being strong because I will not use it at 100%. It will be like 50-60%. Oh, that's nice. Okay, that's a bit too much though. Okay, so I will accept this. Okay, and I will use a mask. Sorry. So now I wanna invert the mask and only paint on the hair, but not on 100%. I want to build up the effect, so 22% for now. Okay, let's go. And you can see how it slowly adds this beautiful painterly effect to the hair. I don't want it on the hairpin, so I'm going to avoid it. Okay, and I don't want it on the parts that are blurry, only the ones that are very, very sharp. Okay. Ooh, so sweet. Okay, and maybe a bit here. Okay, that's great. And now I could go and work on eyes. So for that, I will use a preset. Let's let me merge these together. Okay, I will use a preset that I made for eyes. Actually, I didn't make it. I think I got this one somewhere. But you know what? No, let me actually show you how I would do it myself. Okay. Okay. So I would go to our curves, and then I would make it more contrasty and brighter. Like so. Okay. Now I would invert it and paint only on the eyes. So before and after. And if I wanted the eyes to be not only popping out much, but also be brighter, I'll go to levels and I'll just bring it up slightly, just enough to show a little flare in the eyes. Okay, so yeah, like so. So now if I group these, that's the eyes. So it's very subtle. I don't want my eyes to look crazy in the photos. Okay, so now I will create a new layer, and I'll take a brush on around 15% opacity, and then I'll copy the brightest part of the image, and I'll slowly paint in. Although what I can do to make it better, I can select my first layer and then select subject so that I don't paint on the girl. So now I can go and start painting. Just a little bit, just to make it more dreamy. This will have to be fixed. Okay, so let's go. Okay, and now maybe I can get a little bit of this color, and that will make it more blurred. Let's see, before and after. Okay, that's great, but I think that's too much, so let's bring it down a bit. And yeah, it made like a little bit of fog in here. If I can, I will smooth this a bit as well. Okay, and this is how we went from this to this. So now I would probably just save it and continue in Lightroom. So let's go to Lightroom. So we went from this photo. Or is it 7 show? We went from this photo to this photo. So now what I will do, I will add final touch-up. Although I think it's a bit too orange, so I'm going to go and bring the orange down. Okay, and I would like it slightly more contrasty. And you know what? No, I actually don't like this one. Oh, never mind. Reset. I'll just do myself. So just a little bit of contrast, a little bit of color, and so if I reduce oranges, it's going to reduce oranges from this as well, but I don't want it. I only want to reduce orange on her face, so I can use the AI selections. So I will select the subject. It's already set on exposure negative, so I'll have to remove it. Okay, and I selected this as well, so I'll have to deselect it myself. Okay, and so what I want to do is go to, oh, I can't. Okay, then I can do saturation slightly down. Perfect. Beautiful. Okay, and that's it. That's how I went from this image to this image. Actually, this image started like this. That was the first edit, and then we used Photoshop. So that's how I took it in my camera, and then how I edited it. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.